Hi Libra, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your 2022 yearly tarot forecast. This is a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So Libra, I would like to say Happy New Year. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Also, if you could please give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate that. So for this reading, guys, I am pulling you a focus card to start out with, but please stick around to the end of the reading because I will be looking at several different areas later on. I'm also going to be looking at 4 quarters with the tarot. All right, so I'm going to choose from these. Let's see. What is the focus for Libra? Where do they need to put their focus in 2022? Libra. Okay. We have receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. So here in 2022, Libra, for many of you, you could be receiving more messages. I'm definitely getting that from Spirit, definitely. But you're learning how to trust yourself more. Could be receiving a lot of downloads. Let's see. What does Libra have coming up in 2022, please? Libra. Libra, what does Libra have coming up in 2022, please? For some of you, I feel like with this card showing up, there could be something coming in here in 2022 that's very significant. It could actually be life-changing, but let's see what the tarot says. Libra, what does Libra have coming up in 2022, please? Libra. So we are starting out, this is January, which is the first quarter here, January, February, and March. So we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. So second quarter, wow. So April, we have the Tower. May, we have the 10 of Pentacles. June, we have the Knight of Swords. Third quarter, which is July, we have the World. August, we have the Ace of Pentacles. September, we have the King of Pentacles. Fourth quarter, in October, we have the Ace of Wands. November, we have the 6 of Cups. Wow, and December, we have the King of Swords. Okay. And I am using what's at the bottom of the deck here as the overall energy for 2022. You have the Star. Very nice, which is a healing energy. Let's see. Some of you are receiving divine inspiration. I'm really getting that. So you could be receiving more divine guidance, more downloads, and things like that, definitely. Very hopeful, very optimistic, very hopeful. Others, there could certainly be a wish coming in. This could be what you're receiving, and this would be life-changing. Now, some of you are a star. Some of you will be a star. And that can be in your own right. I mean, you may work in the public eye. Others, you may be well known for something. But let's see. What's underneath the star? Okay. So, yeah. For some of you, you're moving forward down a new path. Okay. This could be something you're really looking into. You're researching this. I see you opening a new door here. You have the Fool, you have the Two of Wands, you have the Page of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, this is something that you're looking at. This is something that you're thinking about. You could be thinking about taking a chance here, thinking about moving forward maybe in a completely different direction. And for some of you, I mean, this could be putting you out there in some way. I mean, this could be in the public eye. And Aries definitely may be significant. This is you making a decision. And when it comes to that decision, you really need to listen to your intuition. But I feel like you are receiving messages. So maybe some of you have prayed for some sort of maybe divine assistance with a particular matter, something like that. I feel like there are messages. You are receiving messages from Spirit. Definitely, if you don't meditate, you should really think about that. Some of you may be seeing a lot of different number patterns, but here in January, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So if this is a path that you decided to walk down in 2021, for some of you, it could be at the end of 2021, we see you waiting. You have the Seven of Pentacles here. This is you nurturing those seeds. So some of you are doing some reevaluating here in January. This would be a good time to make some changes. So is this the direction that you want to move in? This is something you're manifesting, but it may be in the future. So, I mean, this path that many of you are moving down, it does require a lot of patience, a lot of faith, and a lot of patience. And so, I feel like you're making a very important, this is a big decision here in January. So some of you are making a long-term investment. You're planting new seeds. Others, I feel like you're taking stock here, and this is you really maybe making some changes, changing up the game plan a little bit here in January. Now in February, what's interesting is you have two sevens here back to back. You have that Seven of Pentacles, and then you have the Seven of Swords here in February. So this is it can be a sneaky energy, but this is all about the game plan and the strategy. And so for those of you that are planting seeds, those of you that are making some changes, you certainly here in the first quarter could be coming up with a new game plan, a new strategy, a new approach. We see you making some changes, and I feel like you're moving in the right direction, and you will receive those confirmations from Spirit, your angels, your guides, but also, again, with those number patterns, for some of you, there will be, synchronicities happening around you, so look for those. But yeah, I feel like this is a good idea. You're switching things up. You're maybe making some changes here to the game plan. And so this is a good thing. I'm not really getting sneaky vibes. Not really. Yeah, not really. I'm going to clarify a lot of different things, but I'm really not getting that. Now here in March, you do have the Six of Swords. And so for those of you where this is on the love front, you may meet someone online here in the first quarter. And so maybe some of you, maybe you didn't want to be in like a long distance relationship or something like that. But you could actually be making a decision to maybe move forward with this. I do see distance between you two here, definitely in the first quarter. But things look promising. So those of you where you're making an online connection, yeah, I do see distance here, first quarter, second quarter even, but for those of you where you really want this or you feel a very strong connection with this person, I do see possibilities here. Others, I feel like there's a house move in your future. So for many of you, this is going to be March, April. We have the Tower here. And I do feel like this is an actual building for many of you. And so for some of you, there could be something going wrong here in April. So there could be something going wrong, at home. There could be an expense. Others, I feel like you are moving. Now, for some of you, there could be an inherited property that's significant. So this is April, May. Or if you are purchasing a property, Libra, and it's at a distance, because people do that nowadays, you could be traveling to see this property here in March, which I definitely recommend doing that. When it comes to a move, you want to be very thorough. You want to be very thorough. And so when it comes to everything, the actual property, when it comes to things you're signing, of course, you need to have it inspected. But if you are a Libra that is in any sort of way trying to escape some sort of responsibilities here, I feel like it will backfire in April with the Tower. And honestly, there could be a loss here. There could be a loss. There could be a lot of money that's lost here at this time. That's obviously not all of you. And some of you, it may even go as far as you having to take someone to court or threaten to take someone to court. That's obviously not going to resonate with all of you. So just make sure that whatever you're doing here in the first quarter, that you know what you're doing. You're not trying to escape anything or get away with anything. Seven of Swords energy. If there was some sort of deception, this person always gets caught. And so whatever this is, you don't want to avoid your responsibilities. You definitely want to do everything properly, be on the up and up. And, if you are a property owner, if you're a landlord, and this may resonate with just a handful of Librans, but if you are, let's say, a landlord, or if you are renting something out, you want to make sure that whatever you're renting out here at this time, that you're not, not doing like shoddy work, guys, that, you're handling everything in, a proper fashion. And if you are purchasing property, you want to travel. You really want to travel to see this. But there are some Librans where you could be inheriting a property. Now, for a few of you, this may be a property that needs a little TLC, but if you resonate with that, I feel like it's well worth it, especially, you know, if this is, for some of you, maybe a home that's been in your family for a long time. There's a lot of history here. Yeah, so I mean, for some of you, you could be inheriting a property or purchasing a property that, you know, maybe has a lot of history or has been in your family for a long time, whatever it is. But I feel like if you are making that sort of investment or taking on that sort of responsibility, I feel like this is, you know, this has a lot of potential, and you're moving in the right direction here. And some of you, you may have to actually maybe move. Maybe some of you are moving back home to your wherever you grew up, or maybe this property is at a distance from wherever you are currently. Something like that. Here in May, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and so the family is very significant. Those of you that are starting a business or growing your business, expanding your business, I do see a lot of money coming in. I want to say, even if there is a loss in April, honestly, from May onwards, and so mid second quarter, May onwards, I feel like things are going to be looking up. Yes, we see you starting the year having to be patient on the financial front, but really from May onwards, Libra, this is very positive. I see money coming in. There could be something that comes up unexpectedly here in April, but I feel like you get on this immediately. You take care of this, whatever this is. With this Knight of Swords energy in June, you have the Knight of Swords, and in July you have the World. And so whatever this is, it's short-lived, and I feel like you're on to the next chapter here. I mean, you have the World and the Ace of Pentacles, so you're on to the next chapter, Libra, and we see recovery. Often with the Tower, if it is a disaster or some sort of loss or failure, what comes after the Tower in the tarot is the Star. You have the Star as the overall energy. So oftentimes, you know, this is the divine giving you that push. Now, some of you, you may have prayed or you may have specifically asked for some sort of divine assistance or guidance. And, you know, maybe you were having some sort of problem with stepping out of your comfort zone. This is the universe coming in and shaking things up and saying, you know, you didn't want to move, you know, in this direction. You didn't want to do this. So we're going to shake things up and we're going to force you to move. And that's actually how you move towards whatever it is that you wanted, whatever your dream is. There was some sort of blockage, and this is the universe giving you a push here. But I mean, this is all you needed, Libra, because we see you moving forward. Some of you are moving back home. You're moving back to some sort of could be like the town you grew up in. For others, you could be moving home with family. So there could be a shakeup in the family. Maybe you have to move in with your parents or grandparents or something like that. A parent for some of you. Others, though, I see you going back, but then I see you moving forward, which is interesting. So I see you going back, and then I see you moving forward. And this could be for a father, a grandfather. It could even be like an employer, someone that you used to work for. For some of you, you got to go backwards before you go forwards. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, so there could be something that's on repeat here, but it's not like a never-ending repetitive thing. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. I'm just getting it like this one time here in 2022, and then it's like on to the next chapter. This is not like something that's going to be on repeat. So you could be actually traveling to be with a father, a grandfather, or to the past in some way. This may be you needing to help someone or something like that, Libra. And you could be taking care of like legalities and things like that here. Second, third quarter, I'm really getting that very strong. And so for those of you where you had like some sort of legal matter that was ongoing, I mean, that could be coming to a close here, definitely. For some of you, there's a big payout. So this could be like a settlement offer that's coming through. I'm really seeing that. But for others, I feel like this is an inheritance. Some of you, this is you moving up within your career. I mean, you start out the new year planting seeds or waiting for, you know, a past investment to pay off. And I do see it paying off here, second, third quarter. You have the World. You have the World here in July. And then in August, you have the Ace of Pentacles followed by the King of Pentacles. There's a lot of money that's coming in here, Libra, for you guys. And so, like I mentioned, from May onwards, there's a lot of money that's coming in. And even if there was a loss in April, I feel like this is a lot of money coming in. So if you have to dish out or shell out a lot of money in April, I feel like there's more coming in. So I'm not really concerned about this whatsoever. For some of you, this is an inheritance or maybe like a settlement that's coming in, settlement offer that's coming in. This is you recovering financially. For some of you, because you have this money that's coming in, you may take these, you know, these funds here, this money, and you may start a business. You're doing something big here. You're doing something big. And it's because of this money. Now you have an ear sign that's very significant. This could be another ear sign that you're dealing with. For some of you, this person may be younger. In particular, there could be a Gemini who's significant. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign. I'm getting Gemini and Aquarius, and then I'm also getting Taurus, possibly Scorpio, who's significant. But you have this big accomplishment coming in the third quarter. So July and August, you have the World, you have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is on to the next chapter. Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. There's money coming in. Some of you are moving up within your career. There could be a raise, a promotion, a new job opportunity. For others, this is the past investment paying off. You may be in the spotlight. For some of you, you're meant to be in the spotlight in some way. For some of you, you may help others for a living. You may actually, you could be a lawyer, or you could actually work in the legal field, or maybe this is something you're going to be doing. But I feel like some of you do help others for a living, or that's something you're going to be doing. Some of you may work with children. But here in October, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Six of Cups, and then in December, you have the King of Swords. I feel like for many of you here in December, you're very nostalgic here. You could be thinking about the past. You could be thinking about loved ones that have passed, but that's not all of you. Those of you that are partnered, some of you, I feel like you may actually get married here in 2022. If not married, which I do feel like some of you are getting married, you could be getting engaged, but I am definitely reading for some Librans where you are actually getting married here in 2022. And for many of you, that's going to be from the second quarter on, second, third, fourth quarter. If you're getting married earlier in the year, for some of you, there could be a pregnancy coming in here at the end of the year. That's not for all of you, but for some of you. But in particular, you Libra men, I feel like you're very nostalgic here at this time. You're thinking about the past. You could be thinking about your childhood. And because you're feeling, very nostalgic, you may actually decide that you want to be a father, you want to start a family, or you want to expand your family. I feel, though, like I am reading for some Librans where some of you may actually not have wanted to have children prior, but at this time you could be changing your mind. That is very specific. Others, there could actually be a pregnancy here in the fourth quarter. Now, if you're single, I feel like you have some options. We have earth energy, we have air energy. And some of you, there could have been some sort of loss prior. And like I mentioned, some of you have to go backwards in order to go forwards. And so maybe some of you are getting a divorce. It could be finalized here mid-year. Some of you are maybe moving back home. You could be moving to like wherever you grew up or something like that. You may bump into someone that maybe you went to school with. If you're single, there's possibilities for love here. There could be a reconnection here in the fourth quarter. If you are bumping into someone that maybe you grew up with, Libra, I'm seeing the spark. So here in October, you have the Ace of Wands. There's a spark. There is a new possibility. But those of you that resonate with that, my advice would be take action on this, especially if you feel drawn to a particular person here. If you're really comfortable with someone, this could be a soulmate for some of you, especially with the star. This is you very much being divinely guided. And yes, there was a shakeup, but it's all meant to be. It's all meant to happen like this. Because some of you, maybe you got off course. Some of you will resonate with that, and there had to be a shakeup to kind of get you back on the right path or moving in the right direction. Sometimes, we're distracted and we take the wrong turn, whatever it is, and it kind of separates us from what we're meant to be doing or whatever we're going towards. It's a distraction. It's a delay. Yeah, so in particular, those of you that are purchasing property or moving house, again, you just want to be extra careful, reread contracts. Don't try to avoid any sort of responsibilities. Some of you, you may even meet someone who has, yeah, look at that, who has a child or children. You may fall for someone who already has a child, but that's not for all of you. Some of you may want to take on that responsibility. So if you, you know, fall in love with someone who already has a family, I mean, some of you, you may fall for this person's child. You may want to take on that responsibility. It takes a certain type of individual to want to do that, you know. So I was clarifying the Seven of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords with the Seven of Swords, but we also have the King of Rods. So be careful if you're doing business with a fire sign, Libra. If you're dealing with a fire sign or doing business with a fire sign in particular, you want to be very careful. This person may have bad intentions. Let's take a look at the Tower. And all of a sudden, Libra, I feel like my throat chakra is completely blocked. I can't get anything out at all. I feel like I can't breathe. So, excuse me. So, there's something this person is not telling you. If you're doing business with this person, I would just be very careful. Some of you are dealing with a snake or a traitor. He did come out upright, but I really don't feel like it matters. This is someone that you should watch what you say to this person, and you should really listen to whatever they're saying to you. Listen very carefully. Some of you, this could be an enemy, a hidden enemy. Okay, there's a lot of characters here. For some of you, this is a Scorpio, could be an Aries who is lying about something. So just be very careful. This person is most likely not telling the truth. For some of you, this is a family member, someone close to you. Please clarify the Knight of Swords. For some of you, news is going to come in abruptly in the second quarter. It may be from an Aries or a Scorpio. Could be from a King of Cups. Now, for some of you, I feel like this is a different character, but for others, this is the same person. But for some of you, it's not. It's not going to be the same person for all of you. I feel like some of you, you're dealing with multiple characters, and it's because you have several different things going on here. Please clarify the Knight of Swords. Fire sign energy. So something could be happening with a water sign. Something could be going on with property, a family situation, could be something with assets. Excuse me. So there could be something going on with a water sign. You may have a relative or someone who's reaching out to you, but they may have their own plan, their own motive. So I would just be very wary of the fire sign. If you are taking someone to court, most likely this is going to be another air sign, Gemini coming through, Aquarius coming through for some of you, but for many others, it's going to be a fire sign energy. someone who's impulsive, can be someone who's very dramatic. Then you have a King of Pentacles. For some of you, I feel like this is you. You're prospering within your career. Some of you, you're moving up. This is a higher position that some of you are moving into. Others, this is another person around you. You could be doing business with this person. I'm getting good vibes from this King of Pentacles. So if you are dealing with a King of Pentacles, I am getting good vibes. What is the world? Yeah, money. There's money coming in. You could be learning about some money that you have coming in here. Let's look at the Six of Cups, please. So even if there is bad news here in the second quarter, things just turn around immensely here. Yeah, so some of you Librans, you have to fight for this. Seven of Wands, you're going to have to stand your ground, but Spirit has your back. The universe has your back. Seven of Wands is you standing up, doing whatever you want to do, what you feel is right for you. This is you stepping into your power, putting your foot down, saying no if something's not right for you. Some of you could be protecting a child. Some of you could be fighting over a child. With the Seven of Rods here, you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to stand your ground. You're going to have to do what you feel is right. Yeah, you could be very protective of a child, or you could be very protective of a woman. This could be a new woman who's coming in with the Empress, most likely a mother, your mother, a grandmother, or a mother. Now, this could be a mother that you're falling in love with. For some of you, this could be someone that you're having a child with, Libra. Very protective of this person. Seven of Rods was pulled on the Six of Cups. So very protective of a child. Could be you fighting a sibling for some of you. For others, protecting a woman, a mother. And for a handful of you, you could be cutting off, or you cut off a woman in your life if a relationship has ended, or if you are getting a divorce. It could be for a few of you that someone cheated. Yeah. I see you very protective of a past investment. You will have to be patient, but I feel like Spirit has your back. The universe has your back, Libra. Let's look at specific areas. And as I'm, starting to move on and focus on specific areas, I feel like my throat it's improved slightly. It's a little bit better, but there's something going on here. My advice would be come back, rewatch this reading. Some of you are dealing with a very shady character who they quite possibly might not want you to say anything to them or confront them, or for you to hear something. They could be trying to fool you, trying to get away with something. And it could be around this King of Cups here. And I don't have bad vibes at all with the King of Cups either. The King of Cups or this King of Pentacles. I don't have bad vibes. It's just this particular person here. All right, what does Libra have coming up on the love front, please, in 2022? There's a lot of information here. Your reading is incredibly thorough. So I definitely recommend come back, rewatch this reading, Libra, multiple different times. For some of you, the sign of Aquarius will be significant. Others, the time of Aquarius is significant. Aquarius season, Scorpio season, possibly even Taurus season. And so this is going to be April, May. This is something major in the family that's going on. All right, looking at Libra's love life. Ooh, wow. Okay, let's look at career and finances for Libra, please. What is the guidance for Libra in 2022? Looking at career and finances, please. All right, let's look at health and well-being, and I am not a medical expert. I always like to mention that. I feel like overall, Libra, you have quite the year coming up. And when I say that, I don't mean in a negative way whatsoever. I see things finally completing for some of you, past matters being resolved. For others, it could be unfinished business finally being, finished. And yes, there could be something that crumbles, but I do see you starting the next chapter. And overall, you have a nice spread. I see huge success. For some of you, stardom coming in. All right, what does Libra need to let go of in 2022, please? And if you haven't already, guys, given this video a thumbs up, please do. Make sure you are subscribed as well. What does Libra need to let go of in 2022? Okay, I'm going to go with the card that's on top. And this is just to have a little fun, Libra. You may or may not resonate with this message. What does Libra need to be called out on? What does Libra need to be called out on in 2022? So I just seen it's dark and I can't see a thing. We'll just say that. And so something that's hidden is about to come to light. And for many of you, it's in the second quarter. Some of you, you may need to turn more lights on in your home. If you don't, be very careful. Keep things lit up here in 2022. Sometimes the messages are very literal. I laugh, but sometimes, the cards are very literal. The messages are very literal. Okay, I believe Cancer had this, so there could be a Libra-Cancer connection. Okay, so looking at your love life, calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So some of you are calling in a soulmate. You may or may not have any idea who this person is. For some of you, could have grew up with this person. Others, you may be aware. Sometimes we're aware. We meet people or we cross paths and we just know. And so this could be someone specific that you're calling in. Others, you have a soulmate that's coming in, which sometimes with this card, Libra, this can tell me that if you're currently dating someone, if you're currently involved with somebody, they may not be your person because your person is still coming in. We have many different soulmates, but we're not meant to settle down and grow old with all of them. We're not. Some soulmates, also known as karmics, they come in and they help teach us lessons. We learn from those experiences that we have with that particular person. And so I feel like if you are with someone and you're on the fence and you're just not sure, I mean, the person that you're meant to settle down with and be with for a long time, they are actually making their way towards you. And so you need to have faith. Some of you possibly are involved with, it could be just a sexual union, because we have this card showing up. Sexual union, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So for some of you, you could be involved with someone where, you know, it could start out hot and heavy. It could start out really fast like that. Some of you, you have a soulmate coming in, and I think the attraction is going to be very strong. Now, for some, this is going to be in the fourth quarter. So you have a soulmate coming in, and I feel like with this card showing up, the attraction is going to be very strong. Yeah. I mean, and things could get hot and heavy very, very quickly with this person. But Libra, for others, I feel like you may already be involved in a sexual union and you're actually calling in somebody else that you're actually going to be with here in 2022. All right. Looking at career and finances, we have pay yourself first. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. So if you're a business owner, pay yourself first. There could be a legal matter that is coming up here. It could be unexpected for some of you. So make sure you are saving money here in the first quarter. You want to save money. Even if you work for a company, a business, and you're not, you know, self-employed, what this is saying is that you want to save money. You want to have something to fall back on. That's very important. And this is really the whole year through. You want to save money whenever you can because you don't know what's going to happen. For some of you, there could be an expense here in April with a property, okay? So save money. All right, so looking at health and well-being, yeah, some of you, I mean, you may need to save money because some of you are going to be a parent. For some of you, there's a child that's coming in. Soulmates, could be a child. We have the big fat yes, and it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me trust my feelings as an accurate barometer of truth. And so trust yourself. You may have a particular character around you. You know, maybe this is someone who's shady. Maybe someone's trying to use you for just sex. Obviously, not everybody's going to resonate with that. Maybe this person doesn't want you to know it because I could not get the words out when I was talking about the Seven of Swords and the King of Rods. But this is a big fat yes. If something's been bothering you, and you feel divinely inspired to maybe do something about that, yes, you're right. Yes, you are being divinely guided. Some of you, I feel like you have been praying and you've been maybe looking for answers. And then they're also telling you, you have yes, and then stay positive. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps that support my health. I mean, you're being guided. Some of you have to let go of something from the past in order to move forward. So shutting a door on the past. You may need to revisit something and maybe take care of some sort of unfinished business with this. But then I see you moving forward and just literally starting a brand new chapter of your life. Something that you've never done before, something really positive. Let go of any negativity and walk tall. Decorate yourself with grace and make it your reality. Very nice. I believe you're the only sign that has gotten this card so far. So walk tall, decorate yourself with grace, and make it your reality. Let go of any negativity, any negative people, relationships, any, negative thought patterns, which we see you doing that. You have the star here as the overall energy. Very nice. This all goes very well. I mean, all of these messages. And then this is interesting because Cancer had this. You are being shady. This is what you need to be called out on. And this is just to have a little fun, guys. You may or may not resonate with this message. You are being shady. Of course, this can always mean the person that you're dealing with. For many of you, that's someone in the first quarter. First, maybe second quarter. Watch out. Ish could get ugly. We see that in April. You have the Tower. Watch out. Ish could get ugly. Especially if you're being shady, especially if you're trying to avoid any sort of responsibilities. You just want to stay on top of things. And keep your eyes open. Speak your truth if you feel the need. Speak up. But keep your eyes open. Definitely. All right, guys, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, Libra, I do want to wish you a very happy, healthy 2022.